Hello students, welcome to video class of first year engineering mathematics. This is Dr. Kiran Poddar, Angadi Institute of Technology and Management, Belagavi. In this session, we are going to discuss a very important concept that is nothing but a curvature and radius of curvature. Usually we can see when we travel through the road in a guard section, that time we can see we won't find a road all the time, it will be a straight road. Sometimes it will be having a curve because it is a guard section. All the time it will be a guard section, means it is a curve. Where the curve comes, there the curvature comes. Where the curvature comes, there radius of curvature comes. So that calculation provides a very important formulation and a solution for construction of a guard sections, as well as how the roads to be constructed, how the bent to be considered, and how the radius of curvature has to be calculated for that guard section. Based on that, the road construction will be done in a guard section. So this is very important concept of learning curvature and radius of curvature. The simple meaning of curvature is what? Amount of bent given to a line, straight line, which will be converted into a curve. Therefore, let us go with the definition of a curvature. Let us consider a curve in a XOY plane. XOY plane means what here? We can take this is the origin, and this is called as X line. This is called as Y line. Means we have taken this plane, XYO plane. Let A be a fixed point on it. I'll take one point which is called as A, and this is a fixed point. Then P and Q be a neighborhood point on the curve. So I'll be taking one curve here. I'll be taking this curve where A is a fixed point on this curve, and P and Q will be a neighboring point on this curve. There are 2 points. Fine. Then the arc length from A to P, from this distance to this distance, the arc length will be treated as S. And from A to Q, from A to P, it is treated as S. Then from here to here, it will be treated as S plus increment. So this is delta S. So this distance, from overall distance from here to here, it will be taken as S plus delta S up till A to Q. What it means? A to P is S and A to Q is S plus delta S. That means P to Q will be taken as delta S. Always delta indicates the increment given to that term. So delta S is nothing but the increment given to S. Means you can see here, from here to here there may be only a simple curve, but if you consider from here to here, the amount of bent is more. Means there is an increment in amount of bent. Therefore, that is considered as delta S, and delta S is nothing but the increment. Then what we need to calculate here? Let xi be the angle made by the tangent at a point P with x-axis. If I take a point P here, this is the point P, and I'll draw a tangent to this point P, and I call it as xi, because we know that xi is the angle between a tangent and initial line. Then I'll be taking one more angle made by the tangent at Q. I'll be taking one more angle made by the tangent at Q, and this will be taken as xi plus delta xi. Yes or no? Tan plus delta. You can see here this angle, and if this angle, if you consider, this will be more than this. Therefore, simple angle xi, then increment given to that, it will be more. Then what happens? The angle delta xi between these two, because this is xi and this is xi plus delta xi, means this angle whatever we got, that is called as delta psi. So psi is an angle made by the tangent at a point P with the initial line, and psi plus delta psi is an angle made by the tangent at Q with initial line. Therefore delta psi is nothing but it is between the tangents. It is between these two tangents. These two tangents drawn. So that is called as a bending of a curve, which decides amount of bend, whatever the amount of bend is there. We can take a scissor. We can take a scissor. If you take 2 points, if the distance between P and Q is more, the distance between P and Q is more, then automatically that angle will be more. That line of tangent, the angle between the tangent will be more. If the distance is less, then there will be less curvature. Therefore, the angle between the tangent will also be less. Means amount of bending will be less. Therefore, delta psi with respect to delta S. Delta psi with respect to delta S. Because always we know that this delta psi is, it depends on S. Always. It is a bending and it depends on S. This distance. Whatever the distance we are having between this point, that depends. Therefore, we call it as delta psi by delta S is called as mean curvature of a arc length P to Q. Then amount of bending of a curve at P is called as curvature. This is called as curvature. Then how it will be calculated mathematically? Mathematically, it can be calculated by using the limitation. Here we have taken the limit as delta S tends to 0. What is delta S? Delta S is nothing but between the distance between P to Q. You can take it here. P to Q is nothing but delta S. We consider this as almost 0. It is not exactly equal to 0, but we hope that it will be close to 0. Tends to 0 means what? Tends to 0 is like very close to that 0. Very close to this 0. If that distance along with this mean curvature delta psi by delta S is taken as per calculus part, we know that the limit of derivative is equal to other derivative, that is d psi by ds. Okay, here we have taken delta, here we have taken d. D stands for derivative. Fine. Then this whole thing, amount of bending is called as a curvature. So that curvature will be denoted by K. Curvature will be denoted by K. And that K will be equal to d psi by ds. Means what? The curvature will be calculated by using d psi by ds. Means calculation, differentiation of the function psi with respect to S. Because delta psi is depend on a distance S. Okay. Further, if K is not equal to 0. K is not equal to 0. If this is not equal to 0, then the reciprocal of this curve, reciprocal of the curvature, whatever it is called as radius of curvature. Means what? If K, this curvature is non-zero. If the curvature is 0, it cannot be. But if the curvature is non-zero, then by taking the reciprocal of this, means 1 divided by curvature is nothing but radius of curvature. 1 divided by K will be denoted by rho, and 1 divided by d psi by ds is nothing but ds by d psi. Therefore, this is the formula to calculate radius of curvature. Fine. Here this is curvature and this is radius of curvature. What it means? Curvature and radius of curvature are almost same. They are reciprocal of each other. Okay. Now there are few points to be considered for the calculation part. We know that psi depends on S. That already we discussed. The relationship between these are called as intrinsic equation. Intrinsic equation. In any of the equation, if psi and S is considered, that is called as intrinsic equation. Therefore, psi and S altogether they are called as intrinsic coordinate points at P. Second, we always consider wherever we calculate curvature or radius of curvature. Henceforth, we can see if K is mentioned, curvature. If rho symbol is mentioned, radius of curvature. Fine. Whenever we need to calculate curvature or radius of curvature, that will be treated as positive only. Why? Because we can see it is a bent curve. Curve from right side or curve from left side doesn't make any difference. Curve is a curve. Therefore, curvature is always positive and its radius of curvature will also be positive. Even though if it becomes negative, then put it under modulus sign and make it positive. Okay. Then third very important one is the curvature of the circle is constant, because we can take the curvature of a circle. If you take this is a curve and you can see anywhere you take the angle for this curve will remain same, then automatically the curvature of a circle is constant. Always it is a constant. Then what is the curvature of a straight line? 0. Because for a straight line there is no curvature. There is no curvature. It will not be having any bent. It will be straight. So when it is straight, then automatically there is no equation or no meaning of saying that it is non-zero. It is totally 0. Okay. Then we know that radius of curvature is nothing but reciprocal of the curvature. Therefore, if reciprocal of the curvature is radius of curvature, then straight line will be having 0 curvature. Then what will be its reciprocal? 1 divided by 0. 1 by 0 is nothing but infinity. Therefore, radius of curvature of the curve of the straight line is always infinity. It is always infinity. I'll note down that also. The fourth one, curvature of straight line is 0. Fine. 0 means k is equal to 0. Then here we have taken, if k is not equal to 0, then we go for curvature calculation. But here what happens? If k becomes 0, then what will be rho? Rho is nothing but 1 by k, which is nothing but 1 by 0 is nothing but infinity. Therefore, radius of curvature for the straight line is infinity. Okay. Then we continue with radius of curvature for a Cartesian form y is equal to f of x. To calculate radius of curvature, what is required? Radius of curvature is denoted by rho, that we know. And to calculate radius of curvature, what is required in Cartesian form? When we take a Cartesian form, automatically x-axis and y-axis will come. Fine. So, when the tangent comes, that it comes as dy by dx, slope of a tangent. Therefore, in this case, we need dy by dx, which will be treated as y1, d square y by dx square, which will be treated as y2. Therefore, radius of curvature will be considered as 1 plus y1 square raised to 3 by 2. This raised to 3 by 2 is for entire numerator divided by y2. So this is the formula to calculate radius of curvature in a Cartesian form. Okay. But sometimes calculation of y1 at some point of the curve becomes infinity. While calculating y1, if it becomes infinity, then what you do? When it is possible? When the tangent is perpendicular to x-axis. When the tangent is perpendicular to x-axis, then this problem comes. That is, tan psi will be equal to tan 90, which will be equal to infinity. If pi 1 becomes infinity, if you substitute here, what happens? 1 plus infinity by anything, infinity means your radius of curvature will be infinity. It is very difficult to calculate, but we need radius of curvature of that one. That what to do? We need to switch over from y1, y2 to x1, x2. What will be x1 there? Dx by dy. What will be y2? Sorry, x2? D square x by dy square. Then we need to use alternate form. What alternate form says? Rho is equal to 1 plus x1 square raised to 3 by 2 divided by x2. When we fail to obtain radius of curvature by using y1, y2, then we need to go for x1, x2. Means only in these two cases, what is the change? Instead of x1, y1. Instead of y1, x1. First priority is y1 only, because dy by dx. Fine. But if it fails, then we proceed with next. Then one more very important note to be considered. expression for the radius of curvature for parametric forms to be calculated by using Cartesian form only. How? If parametric conditions for a curve is given, x is equal to x of t and y is equal to y of t, then differentiation, what happens? Y1 will be taken. We can differentiate x with respect to t and y with respect to t, but there will be two different derivatives. Then to make them same, common, we need to take y1 is nothing but dy by dx. Then dy by dx is nothing but what? Differentiation of y with respect to t and differentiation of x with respect to t. If you take these two, then automatically dt get cancelled. We'll be getting dy by dx result. Means now y1 is nothing but dy by dx. Instead of using both, the combination of these two will be taken. Then if you go for y2 will be equal to d square y by dx square. Fine, d square y by dx square. Then again same result. Okay, therefore in this case we understood few points. I'll just recall. One, amount of bent is called as a curvature. Then curvature is nothing but d psi by ds, which will be denoted by k. If k is non-zero, then reciprocal of it has to be taken as a radius of curvature. Therefore, radius of curvature will be denoted by rho, and whether you are calculating radius of curvature or a curvature, the answer must be positive. Curvature of the curve is always circle is always constant, and curvature for a straight line is 0. Therefore, the radius of curvature of a straight line is infinity. Fine. And if psi and s comes in an example, that is called as intrinsic equation. Then to calculate radius of curvature,